everyone. Welcome back to the Mompreneur Mentor YouTube channel. I'm super excited to introduce you to Laurel Bloomfield, one of my friends who is an amazing mompreneur. And this video is part of our Mompreneur Memoir mini-series. Check out the whole playlist. It introduces you to our Mompreneur Memoir co-authors of the book we are launching this year, 2020, to inspire and uplift mompreneur members or mentors or mompreneurs everywhere. So Laurel, thank you first of all for joining us and being a part of the book. Do you want to introduce yourself to our audience and what you do as a mompreneur?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for putting this project together. I'm super excited about it. Super excited about being able to reach and help other moms who have business ideas or ideas just to improve their life and the lives of others. I think that's really what business is about. Like, how do we serve more people? I'm a mom, and that's my first priority. I have one little boy. Took us a long time to get him, but we're so lucky to have him. And I'm married to a cattle rancher, and so I live this really sort of old-fashioned life, but I'm also an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur, kind of had that spirit my whole life. When I was a child, we didn't have a lot of money, and I was the oldest sibling, not of a ton of kids, just 3, but I always was really super responsible for my age. So I built my first business when I was 9 and actually contributed to the family finances because we just didn't have a lot. So I think that prepared me to actually be very successful in life. So I don't think growing up poor is a bad thing. It's a good thing. And I've just been building businesses kind of ever since. And here's my little guy going over. But I build a business around family, and now we've kind of transitioned into this world of building a business from home anyways, because of outside environmental factors and whatnot. So I'm just excited to show people how I've taken ideas and turned them into actual businesses. I know that there's a lot of people out there who have brilliant ideas, whether that's just ideas for a better business or ideas to serve people better or ideas for inventions. I'm a patented inventor and have taken those inventions and turned them into businesses, from my home around this wild little child.
Yes, and that is so much. It is so nice for him to join us for a little hello. I love your backstory and your growing up and how you can look back and see how it's impacted you and how far you've come. And I love that you want to share that, because I think a lot of other mompreneurs might feel like, well, maybe because I grew up without money or something, then I'll have a mental block, or something to making money. But that's not always true. You can, grow, start where you're at, but your money mindset grows too.
Definitely. And it maybe it's harder to overcome some of those mental hurdles, but maybe not. But I always say, like, we are, as crazy as the world is right now, and especially in our country, Lisa, you and I, we live in the US, and things it's just a madhouse, but we're so blessed to live here. I mean, really anybody, and especially at this day and age when we're basically all connected to the internet, anyone can be successful. Anyone. It doesn't matter how smart you are, how wealthy you grew up or not wealthy, dare I say it, the color of your skin. Everyone has access to success that they want, and it is a mental game. It's in your head. And if you can get over some of those hurdles, whatever they are, like, we've all had different struggles in our lives. We all have different things we have to overcome. But there's always like a common thread, parallels where we can relate to each other. And if you can just use those struggles that you had in your life to build on and and then eventually be able to see, oh, that was exactly how it needed to go for me, so that I could be able to be successful, to overcome this problem that I'm going to encounter, and to maybe help other people overcome the same problems.
Nice. Well, you kind of answered a little bit of my second question, which was, why did you decide to become a mompreneur? So is there any more you want to add to that about your why? Like, what is your why?
Yeah, so I mean, I've always been an entrepreneur. That's just kind of how I'm built. I have the mindset that, like, everyone's built that way. Everyone wants their freedom, and being an entrepreneur is a lot of work. You don't just like go lay at the beach, but it's on your terms. And I think, I don't know, most people have a little bit of that rebellious side where they're like, I want to do life my way. Whether I make it hard or easy, I want to do it my way. And that's why we're all kind of built to sort of desire that freedom. And I think we all have that entrepreneurial spirit. So from childhood, I had that entrepreneurial spirit. And then I married an entrepreneur. And then I had already built a successful business out of college. It was actually in the animal health industry, because I went to school for biology and animal science. And but then I married my husband, who's a cattle rancher, and I was just ready to be a mom and live in the middle of nowhere and raise cows and babies. And I could skip my degree and like things I knew because I was married to someone in the animal industry. So, but naively, I thought I would just have a bunch of babies really easily, but that didn't happen for us. It took us 7 years of trying, and a lot of fertility treatments. We spent 6 figures, I mean, everything we had to try and create a family. And I found that through that struggle, which was really hard for me, because the only thing, while I was an entrepreneur, really the only thing I ever really, really wanted was to be a mom. I didn't really care about anything else. So it was devastating for me. And I mean, it was just my version of hell. I mean, it was hard, those 7 years. The only way that I felt I could deal with it, like my release, was to like build businesses. So I built businesses with my husband, and I'm always constantly trying to like be creative, and my best way of being creative is in building businesses. So I'm not like a great painter or musician. I'm not a great artist, but I am very creative, and I create businesses. So that's kind of how I dealt with not being able to create a family how I thought it would. I just started building businesses. So then when our little guy did come along, and I found myself inside more, not working like side by side with my husband as much, I naturally like wanted to build a business. And so we actually built a clothing company, and then came up with an idea and patented that idea, and then built that into a larger business. And then I have a couple patents now, and helped a few other companies build their ideas into businesses. And it's a really great way to express your creativity. A lot of people don't think of business that way, but it is very creative.
Wow, that is so awesome. So it's almost like mompreneurship as a means as a healthy coping mechanism, a release of creativity and energy, staying busy, but also, as a tool to be helpful and to the greater collective, to provide services and create things that are needed, which I love that. So if you're out there and you're watching, and you have that creative bug, don't be shy to bring your ideas to life. If we can do it, you can do it.
Definitely.
And, that brings me to my next question. So what compelled you to share your story with so many other people when there's so much vulnerability there, and you have to really kind of share your life, and what made you feel comfortable like right now, and this book is the time to share your story with other mompreneurs?
My story, and so excited to join other mompreneurs who have their own really inspiring journeys. I mean, we have so many women in this book that have overcome so much. It's so incredible. I know that a really positive way to, like you said, affect the greater good is to create something. And like for me, I'm an inventor, and so are you, Lisa. If you create something that even just like brings a smile to someone's face, doesn't have to be like a cure to cancer, you do change the energy of the world for the better, even if it's just like to create laughter or a little bit of more comfort or ease and happiness for someone. It's so important to, like, you got these ideas for a reason, and hopefully that reason, if you're a business person, could help millions of people, you know. But even if you only help a few, it's still good for you and good for them and good for everyone, because ideas stuck in your head are not good for anyone. Like, they're not doing any good, but you have them in there. Yeah.
You can put that on like a quote card.
I just want people to get their ideas out there. It's really worth it. It's really hard, and Lisa, you can attest to this too. Sometimes it's really hard, and it's a really big uphill battle. For me, since I was going through infertility with my husband, I felt like everything else was easy. That was my hard. And building a business was like, you couldn't throw anything at me that would deter me, because I had already suffered like so much rejection and so much no and so much failure over and over and over again, that building a business was easy. But it is still like a big climb if you want